Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Five of Cups. Okay. Five of Cups is feeling like you may have your head down about something. So there can be something that you're sad about, something that you're down about. But I'm seeing somebody come through to sort of like comfort you. I'm seeing this be your energy. Remember, energies can be reversed. If you're not bothered by something, or if you're not upset about something, or you're not disappointed about something or down about something, you may be the one that's going towards somebody and you're going to comfort them, somebody that's going through something right now. See this? This is someone's head hanging low, but having this energy over here shows somebody coming through, and because it's a Queen of Cups, this is somebody that's going to be like able to hold space on an emotional and energetic level. So even though you may be going through something right now where you can be feeling sad or can be feeling down, I'm seeing somebody come through with their arms outstretched to sort of like comfort you at this time. Whoever this person is, this is somebody that will really be able to like understand, even if they're not personally going through something. They have like an ability to sort of tune into your energy and feel what's going on, even without you having to say anything. Something about being connected with this person. You can feel like you're free falling a little bit and this person catches you. I get a really comforting energy from this at a time when you could be like wanting to be comforted. They're going to help you make a plan, or at least support you while you're doing so. Figuring out the next steps. Seeing the way. Once you have something figured out, you can feel like the vision stabilizes, whereas before that point, it could have been like, what's going on? What do I do here? So I'm seeing there be guidance in that respect. Processing something. Big thing internally that you're moving through. Somebody coming through holding space for you. So like letting you feel your feelings and to comfort you while you're in that space. Able to support you while there is a plan being devised, while you're figuring out your next steps. That is going to lead to a solid vision of what's going to be happening. So rather than feeling like what do I do now, or what's happening now, you're going to have a clear picture of what steps to take, like what you're going to be doing, where you're going to be placing your foot, and then the next one after that type of thing. And it can feel like you're having a moment where things are clear in a way that they were not clear before. Because before you could have been like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm seeing this person's energy be something that sort of helps you in a time while you're figuring that out. Okay, I'm wondering if some of you feel sad about another relationship, but you have this other person coming through that cares about you. This is just somebody that would give the vibe of like a nurturer or like a healer type of energy, or just somebody that understands you, where it's like you can go to them and just be sad and you don't even have to communicate what's going on, and they'll like put on your favorite movie, or I don't know, something like that. Whatever it would be that you would need that would feel like this is how I like to be comforted. It's like this person just like intuitively, naturally is able to do whatever that is that you are sort of like requiring in that moment when you're feeling like, I'm dealing with something right now, I'm going through something right now, I kind of feel like heavy because of this. Having Two of Cups does feel like this person is going to help you reconnect with a part of yourself, but through them, they're like going to be the vehicle for this. So even though like they're kind of an object in this sense. At the same time, they're going to like open up a pathway within yourself to like bring you back to yourself. Like to walk you home. Guiding you through a challenge. When you connect with this person, they can feel sort of like a piece of yourself that you can be feeling distant from. So that's what they're bringing you back to. So again, like they are the vehicle to bring you back to yourself here. I'm seeing Two of Cups and I'm seeing Nine of Wands here, and what this can mean is that like something is meant to be connected, something is meant to be like working as a unit, but there can be a challenge, like something that's happening that's making it tough for things to be as they're supposed to. Like if something's supposed to be together, it's supposed to be a pair, like this piece goes with that piece and it completes the puzzle. Having Nine of Wands here can show like for some reason something is challenging that. This feels like an emotional challenge or like an energetic challenge more than anything. It's like hard for something to go together, or it's not, you can feel like it's just not as easy. Like something feels tiring. It's like these two pieces are supposed to go together, but they're sort of, you know when you put magnets together, if they're facing one way, they'll cling to one another, but then if they're facing the opposite way, they'll push each other apart. It can be something where it's like they had been together before, but now like one of them is facing the other direction, and it's like hard to get those energies to sort of like connect again. That can be the feeling. So instead of the Two of Cups just going together, it's like a struggle to get these energies to go together, something like that. And you can be like, it's the Two of Cups, but why is it so hard? Why is it so hard right now? I also get to, like, part of this sadness or this disappointment can be looking at the thing that is the difficult thing. So even though like a relationship is sort of hanging in the balance of this, I'm seeing you primarily focus on the difficult part of this and being like, look, why is that obstacle here? Why is that challenge here? Why is that wall here? Or why is that barrier here? So it feels like the disappointment is like less so about the connection and more so about the challenge that's being posed to the connection. Because I am seeing somebody that, you know, the relationship is significant. The barrier to opportunity. Once you get to the top of this, I am seeing that there's going to be a portal, an opening. How about that? Something that's supposed to be there. But you have to do the work and like climb to the top of the mountain essentially. This feels like an emotional challenge more than anything. So you can be looking at things and maybe like physically things, it's not that difficult how stuff is playing out. As far as like outer circumstances, but I'm just wondering if there's something going on with like the internal storyline where there's a challenge. Like something about, it can be like maturity, emotional intelligence, like one's emotional presence even, things like that. I want to see specifically if we can Can we clarify like what the actual challenge is? You can feel like whatever this challenge is, what it's not allowing you to access until you work through it is some type of potential or some type of growth. So you can feel like it's blocking you from a type of growth here that you would have between you and this person, like a type of like evolving or potential, something like that within the relationship. It's like if we could just have that opportunity, but you can feel like you're blocked from that opportunity. But I'm seeing that's going to be on the other side of this. Maybe someone's guarded. I was seeing, it feels like just something that's happening between you and this person. But what I was seeing was that even though it didn't come out, I was seeing Five of Swords wanting to come out. And Five of Swords can be about like needing to shift the narrative or shift the thinking. But the thing with Five of Swords too is that it can be like everybody's sort of working for themselves rather than working together. So if that's not your energy, you could be like, hey, I'm here trying to make this work, and you can feel like the other person is in a different space than you're in. It can be feeling like that type of thing here. Like maybe you guys have two different ways of doing things, and it's like making it challenging to work things out between the two of you. Seeing stuff about the past coming up. You could also be trying to take care of yourself in a different way than you had before. Like you're not who you were. You're who you are now. It can be like that. Like you show up differently for yourself right now than you had been. Can we get anything else on this? Okay. I'm seeing Tower and I'm seeing Six of Swords, and what this is feeling like is I see the Tower in this deck over here that I'm using to clarify as something that sort of rises up within you, but it can be a very destructive force. So it can be one that's like, I need to take this apart, or the like dissemination of something, or the like peeling back or stripping away. I see the Tower as kind of like a plutonic energy. But it can be this thing that like rises up within us and then does something, and we can feel in a way like it sort of happens at our own hands, but it's a part of us that we're still sort of gaining knowledge, understanding, and awareness of. So something may have happened where there could have been like emotional reactivity, but I'm also seeing this part of you like come up and do something, and it feels like that thing has already been done, like whatever this was. Six of Swords feels like doing what needs to be done to be able to, rather than push this away or be like, I like unaccepting of this part of yourself or this part of the situation that's unfolding, to be like, I'm understanding where this is coming from, because that part of yourself is going to come out when something is out of balance, and even though it can take matters into its own hands in a very severe type of way, at the same time, like it does have a function, and it's not just popping up randomly. It's like trying to help, it's trying to fix something, even if it does so in a very destructive type of way. So it's about understanding like why did that come up? What is the message that it's carrying, and what is it asking me to do here? Because if you're being mindful of that, and if you're listening, then this very like aggravated or intense or severe energy, it's not going to have to take measures into its own hands in a way that's so severe. So you won't feel like it creates so much destruction, but you have to tune in and you have to listen to it. So it's like it just wants to be heard, but it can be a part of yourself that you're like, now look what you did, you know? When I put the Tower back in the deck that I was using to clarify, I was seeing the World there, and the World is representative of Saturn, and Saturn is about discipline and self-control. but not in a way where you're muting yourself, in a way where it's like you got to do the hard stuff. And having your Mars be connected with Saturn, it's like having to go through lessons of how to step up and how to take action while only doing what you need to do, because Saturn isn't an extra energy. Mars can be an extra energy where it's like you don't have to go to those lengths, but we feel within us that we do. Saturn is like, let me pull back the leash a little bit on that, because Saturn is like, you only do what you need to do, just enough to get the job done. Like, you don't need to be going like the extra mile when it's unnecessary. So it's like you only destroy the pieces that you need to destroy, or take them down, but just the pieces, rather than decimating the whole building or the whole structure of your relationship. It's about just pulling out the pieces that are like rotting, removing them, and then putting the right pieces back. So that's going to be the balance between Mars and Saturn. So Mars is kind of like you know, a little kid that's going up to the sandcastle and gonna wreck the whole thing and knock it all down. And Saturn is kind of like the parent of that energy within you. That's like, you don't have to like wreck the whole thing. If you want to rebuild that, we can just take apart the pieces that you want to remodel and rebuild without having to destroy the whole structure of something. So it feels like something along the lines of that is what's going on. Understanding this part of yourself is really important. I'm seeing that be a big piece of this. But sometimes when we do something or somebody else does something, we can either be like so angry that it happened, or so sad that it happened, or feeling like it shouldn't have been that way, or it wasn't supposed to, that it can distract us from the message of what that carries, and also distract us from understanding it, because we don't even want to accept it in the first place. And so it's like, if I'm in a space of denial that that's even happening, I don't have to admit that it's happening, and then I don't have to actually look into it to understand it, because in my world, that's not even something that's going on. But this actually, I'm seeing that the potential was blocked before, and that whatever this was that's happening, it feels like it opened that back up. And then I'm seeing the opportunity be there, and I'm seeing the star be there too. So you can feel like you start off in a space where you can feel down about something, but then I'm seeing towards the end of this, you're like, oh, everything's back on track. And definitely better than it was before this happened, for sure. Feels too like things are then clear at that point as well. Now that you're seeing everything, it looks like a choice is going to be made. You have to figure out what you want. Don't shy away from what you want. I'm seeing Nine of Swords, and okay, so something is going on. Accepting what's going on, understanding what's going on, leads actually to better opportunity and more possibilities for growth and for things to be on track. So you can feel like, oh, things are actually working now the way that they're supposed to. I'm understanding that. I'm seeing what was going on here. I have a choice to make about which door I want to go through here. You could feel like a couple different doors are opening for you. What you feel like is representative of what you want to be committing your energy to, what feels right, what feels aligned. Now that you're seeing, it feels like most everything that's going on, because I'm seeing Two of Cups and I'm seeing Ace of Swords. So this feels like I'm clearly understanding my relationship with myself here through reflecting on this, and now I'm also more clearly understanding my relationship with this person, for those of you that someone else is involved in this. And it feels like needing to see that all of this was actually like necessary to happen because you needed to learn something. So it was just an opportunity for you to understand more about this part of yourself. This needed to happen is what I'm seeing. Now, having Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, there can be a choice that you have to make, but you have to be thinking about what's best for you here. Also, what's best for your life as well, and the goals that you have within your life or your relationships, your private life situations. Coming back to this, seeing Nine of Swords and seeing Nine of Cups, can be, there's something that you can feel like you want, but there can also be fear involved. And it comes to a place where you get to choose, am I going to make a choice out of fear and be motivated by that? Or am I going to make a choice based off of love, or based off of connection, or based off of what my heart is telling me? And you get to choose what's going to motivate the choice that you make. This is a like following the North Star type of moment. You follow your dream, or you follow your vision, or you make a choice that's a hopeful choice. Like, things can be possible, things can work out for me. Like, keep that mindset when you make the choice that you're gonna make. Like, this is all happening to benefit me. Two of Cups, Queen of Cups feels like a choice about a relationship that you're emotionally involved within, an opportunity that you have to stabilize something, or to like commit your energy to it, to be like, this is what I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be putting my energy. If I open this door, I'm going to be in this room then, and making the choice of like whether or not that's something that you want to do. You are being encouraged to make a choice that is a hopeful one, and not lose sight of your vision, and to not be pessimistic here. Having the Star be the only major arcana here, it's telling you to be hopeful and optimistic with the choice that you make, and be knowing that things are going to work out for you. So even if you make a choice that you're like, a little bit risky, it's being like, it'll work out, like that type of thing. But not risky in a foolish type of way. This can be risky in a way where it's like, I'm just gonna put my faith in this, or I'm gonna be hopeful and see what happens, or I'm gonna be optimistic and see what happens, like that. Like, there's still gonna be a discernment that's connected with it, okay? So if you feel like you're really on the fence with something, like, have hope for your future and make a choice in that direction. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.